right, today is a protein-sparing modified fast day on our September challenge. Yes, it is. So many of you have asked me about our sensitivity check test that we did, so I'm going to kind of explain that for all the newbies. We are having chicken. We're having skinless, boneless chicken thighs. Yes, we are. And you guys, those pumpkin spice caramel muffins were heavenly, and I'm going to tell you how you can add some things to it and make them cupcakes. Yes, indeed. So come on, you guys, lots to talk about. Let's get this day started. Good morning, everyone. Hey, good morning, good morning. Welcome all you new folks, and welcome back, everybody, to Loving It on Keto. How is everybody doing? You guys, October is next week. It's gonna be Halloween, then it's gonna be Christmas. It's coming hard and heavy, and it's coming fast. That's why we're doing our Get Lean Before the Holidays September challenge. This is the last week of it. Today is a protein-sparing modified fast day. Make protein your priority.
You know, I'm hungry today.
Are you hungry today?
Yeah.
Well, that's because it's almost 11:30, dear.
Oh.
And all we've had is my delicious.
Come on, let's all say it together. 1, 2, 3. Muffins!
Pumpkin caramel spice muffins. And you guys.
Pumpkin spice.
Now let me tell you, overnight, these get better flavored just overnight, just sitting. Now, my brain went crazy because yesterday we went to Sprouts and they have the new Lily's, the milk chocolate pumpkin flavored.
I'm having a hard time.
They have the pumpkin Lily's chocolates. Make some of these, put some of those chocolate bits in here, the pumpkin ones. Make yourself some cream cheese frosting with a little bit of cinnamon or pumpkin spice on top, and man, these are so good. They really are. They're delicious. As you can see, we only have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 left. We ate 10 yesterday. Yes, we did.
Did we really?
Yes, we did.
I only had 3.
Uh-huh. I counted them before we went to bed.
Oh, did you really?
Yes, I did.
Why, thank goodness.
Yes,
thank
that's
goodness
right.
That, you know who didn't eat more.
Betcha.
Yeah.
You
would have been in
betcha.
trouble. Yeah, he
yes,
sure would have.
Uh-huh.
Seriously, you did?
Yes, I did.
Oh my gosh, she's getting sneaky.
Yes, I did.
She's getting sneaky.
Yes, we are.
You know, the dog could get some. You know, Sally might grab.
She had a piece of mind this morning. We had coffee and we had
She
a
had
muffin.
a little piece of mine too.
Oh, okay. Well, because she just was loving it. So anyway, you guys, those are delicious.
I just want to know, I got one question. What's a mumpkin?
A mumpkin is a muffin with pumpkin. Yes, it is. It's Wendy speak. It's Wendy speak. It's Wendy speak.
Mumpkin.
It is.
That's pretty good.
They are delicious.
Made out of pumpkin.
Yes, and I put I pinned the recipe to yesterday's video where the picture of the muffins are right on it. They're at the top, but I would suggest putting some of those Lily's chocolates in them. And then if you really want to do it up, put some cream cheese frosting on top.
Oh my gosh, that's next.
Those are delicious.
We gotta do that.
I'm gonna make some pumpkin.
We just can't do it right now.
I'm making some of my pumpkin cookies sometime during the week.
What's on today's docket?
Today is a protein-sparing modified fast, so we have to be good. I know there's 11 muffins in there, Marty.
Well, can we have some tomorrow?
We can have some tomorrow.
Oh, no problem then.
All right. We had one this morning. Because, you guys, if you make them my way and you use exactly what I used, it's 40 calories. It's 2.7 total carbs, and that includes the allulose, so you can deduct some of those carbs. It's, I believe, less than, it's 0.5 grams of fat, and it's 7 grams of protein. Yes, it is. But if you make it any different way, or you tweak it at all, or you use a different sweetener or anything, you need to redo the macros for you. Yes, you do. And that includes if you use real butter and you use a raw egg yolk instead of the powdered egg yolk and powdered butter. Now, some of you guys, I'm going to answer some questions to everybody. Some of you say your breads and your things that you're making, the sweet breads, are too dense. Try remove, and I don't know if you're using keto chow or you're using a different protein powder. So what you might want to do is remove some of the egg white protein powder from it if it's too dense for you. And I would start like with 20 grams maybe, you know, because I don't know what your protein powder has in it. I can't tell you what's going on. Also, if you're not whipping your egg whites until you have really stiff peaks, that can make it more dense too. So I'm just trying to think of the things, you know, that you guys are telling me, but without seeing how you're making it, without looking at it, without seeing how you're measuring. Some people only use, you know, tablespoons, teaspoons, and measuring cups instead of gram weight on the scale, and you could be heavy-handed and getting more powdered goods in it, which can make it drier and can make it more dense.
Do you think, so do you think using whole eggs would work?
What do you mean whole eggs?
I mean, instead of the powder.
You mean raw egg whites?
Yeah.
And a raw egg yolk?
Yeah.
Yes, because when we started this whole thing, I was using 10 raw egg whites, whipping those up and putting the egg yolks in at the end with 1/3 of a cup of egg white protein powder in the beginning. But you have to, will whole egg powder work to get stiff peaks? No, because it has egg yolks in it. Can you use whole egg powder on the back end instead of the egg yolk powder? Yes, but use the same amount. It's just not going to have as much yolk in it, and it could be drier. You have to adjust your recipes whenever you change the product. It's very important, and measuring on a scale is the best way to know that you aren't going overboard unless you're really good at measuring with spoons and cups, and some people are and some people are not. So it just depends on you and how you do it. And if you're doing it one way and it works for you, I say that's awesome, continue doing it that way. So, but if you're having problems, I would get more precise, and then I would start taking away some of the egg white protein powder a little bit at a time to see if that changes the density and the texture that you're getting. Yeah, I hope that makes sense with everybody.
You lost me at the very beginning.
Anyway, you guys, sorry, Harry, sorry. We are gonna measure last day or the first day of October, and I'm going to have a new calendar, but basically I'm going to have protein sparing modified fasts on the calendar. I'll share that with everybody. But you guys, we are going to do a weigh-in share with everybody today, because we did have, Harry and I each had muffins yesterday. We were 1 for 1, so
yeah,
I am
I don't
happy.
Think that's the problem.
I don't have a problem.
I have a problem.
Well, I know you have a problem. Everybody knows you have a problem. He's called Marty. Oh, you're talking, oh, I'm sorry. You're talking weight.
Yes, weight.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the other problem. Anyway, let's move on.
You sound like my mother. You know, he's got a problem. Yeah.
Sorry, I did not mean to go there. Anyway, I went down 2/10 pounds. I weighed 182.6. So the muffins did not bother me.
My body will not let me go.
Harry is a I'm
a hostage at 181.
Maybe not so many muffins, dear. Maybe not so many late night sneaking in the snacks, dear. Let me see something.
Seriously? I have not touched those things.
You better not. You better not.
Sally.
Boy.
Sally hasn't touched them either. See, the problem is Sally doesn't have a
that's right. She doesn't. So she needs Marty to help her.
Grab. That's right.
That's right. Sally and Marty. Yes, pork rind bandits. Cooking monsters. Woo! Anyway, you guys, Harry needs to get down. He needs to get down. We need to do something to help Harry. Yes, we do. And I think the protein sparing modified fast
help. And I don't like the idea of clamping my mouth closed.
I think eating in a shorter window and not eating later. Last night you kept wanting another muffin, and that might affect you, dear. I'm just saying. I tend to stop eating around 5:30, and then you want something later on.
You are good at that.
I am very good at that.
You're so good at that.
And part of that...
I want to eat late at night.
Because your mom...
I would skip breakfast, everything, but late at night...
Your mom and dad fed you cookies and milk before you went to bed.
Well,
so
not all the time.
You can eat and go to bed.
Sometimes it was cake and milk.
Right.
And
pie and milk and...
It was... I had like ice cream.
Right.
But I always had milk with it, and I know that's why I had so many problems as a child.
Well, you're sensitive to all milk products according to your sensitivity test.
I know. I mean,
and that's
was really torn up.
That's why we have tried to either eliminate or use it extremely, the light just went out, extremely sparingly during our challenges. So, you guys, what are we having today? It's going to be super plain, super simple. We have a family call, Zoom call with the lawyers in the bank, family call regarding Harry's uncle's estate, because we did sell the house. Hopefully it went through, and I think that's what this call's about, in California, so we can close those doors. We heard from the mortuary, and Joe is sitting on a shelf at the mortuary in an urn, waiting till May 2024 in order to get shipped to Arlington Cemetery in Washington, D.C. to be buried there. But he is interned and he is there, and they are holding him. We filled out all the papers. We've been going back and forth with them. We've been taking care of all of that. So it's a hurry up and wait. Anybody who's in the military has heard it's a hurry up and wait situation. Yep. So he's just waiting, but he has a number. We know, that he's going to be going. The mortuary has been taking good care of his urn and remains. So that's where we are with that.
Any update on Connie?
Connie is doing better. Felicia is actually going to go to Tai Chi. So that's Felicia's dog, Connie, who had bone cancer and had that bone removed. We shared that on the video yesterday as well. She is doing better. She's learning how to, she's on heavy duty pain medicine, but she's learning how to move and work with her little support and the harness and the brace and everything. So she's doing really good too. Just sharing all of our stuff with everybody, because this is the life.
The things people ask us
and
about.
This is our life. We don't sit and talk and interview people and do podcasts. We share our life with you, our daily life, what's going on in our life, and what we're eating and cooking and everything else. And things may change, but this is what we like to do, and this is what we like to show. And we have fun doing it, because Harry and I are a little bit goofy, a little bit quirky. Yes, we are. In case you didn't know.
Yeah, well,
and
movie people were strange.
We prefer right now, and we don't know when things are going to change, to share this type of our life with you guys. Yes, indeed. Felicia was supposed to have Thanksgiving dinner at her house, but because of Connie and everything else, we're going to have Thanksgiving here at my house. So I'm going to be cooking our traditional Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm going to keto-fy it. So that's going to be happening. And today, protein sparing modified fast. And if you guys don't know, and you're brand new, because some people asked me about it, I want you to go check out Dr. George Blackburn, Harvard Medical School in the 1970s. You can Google him and read all about it. A lot of people in the ketogenic community or in the bariatric community have brought this back to the forefront and have utilized this with several people. And it has helped a lot of people. It has broken our stall. Yes, it has. So
yeah, well, I'm not
it's
doing
basically
right
eating enough protein. Instead of doing a water fast during the day, eat enough protein. How do you know what enough protein is? Well, if you look at remember the old height and weight chart for women and height and weight chart for men? If you look at the weight range for your height and weight, you can use that to eat that amount of protein, 1 gram per pound of body weight. Ideal body weight. Now, some people are going to think they need to weigh less than what they really should be weighing at a healthy weight. And we also have a lean mass chart and instructions on our website. Harry will leave the link down in the description below. Click on it. You can do it in kilograms or in regular pounds. And you put your height, your weight, whether you're a male or a female, and what you weigh today, and it will tell you how much your body should weigh with all of the fat removed, right? Bone, skin, muscle. Mine says about 120 pounds. So I should try to eat at least 120 grams on my protein sparing modified fast day. right? Between 100 and 120 grams. If I go over, that's great. So there's also a way, if you don't want to calculate on an application like a Carb Manager or Chronometer or MyFitnessPal or any of those apps, you can Google how many grams of protein, not how many grams of meat, are in like a 3.5 ounce portion of steak, fish, you know, and it'll tell you it's somewhere between 28 and 30 grams of protein in that 3.5 ounce of meat. So you would just times that by however many you need to get the amount of protein you need. It's a mathematical formula and you can Google those things. Yes, you can. And fish is gonna have less and some meat's gonna have more, but it's right around 28 to 30 grams of protein per like 3.5 ounce portion. So I just wanted to share that with everybody if you don't want to use a calculator. And I have been weighing and measuring foods for so long. For those of you who are brand new, I had a lap band put in. I weighed 282 pounds in 2005. I had a lap band put in, and it took me 14 years plus to lose 50 pounds, eating 500 to 800 calories in that time frame, ruining my metabolism and everything else. And then in 2019, I had to have my lap band removed. It was causing all kinds of medical issues. It slipped. It was rubbing a hole through my neck. It was causing major issues. And you can watch that at the beginning of our journey.
It was rubbing a hole through the trachea?
No, through my throat, right above my...
No, it makes sound like it's popping out the side of your head, you know.
Hairy.
What's that little tube that goes down there?
My esophagus.
There you go.
Where you swallow your food.
That's what it was rubbing through.
Right above the stoma, which is where the hole is, where they cinch your lap band right above your stomach. I have pictures. I have ulcers. I had a mass in my stomach, and that lap band was rubbing through like a saw because it slipped. It was a mess. I had all of that removed, and I was terrified that I was going to gain weight. And I didn't. I lost a total of 56 more pounds. I've lost over 106 pounds, right? 56 of which was keto. Now I've gained some of that back, but I got down to 171.
Yeah, you're not that far away.
No.
From your lowest.
No, but it's 171.
Yeah.
6 was my lowest. And I was somewhere almost, at 230 pounds.
Look at me, look how far I gotta go.
Yes, you do.
And you know what? You're slowly catching up to me and you're gonna pass me by.
Good. Oh, I mean, I'm sorry, honey. I can't. I'm sorry. Sorry. Anyway, so I just wanted to share that.
What are you trying to do?
Brand
you feel bad because I'm not doing well?
No. Welcome to our world. Men have an easier time of losing weight usually because they don't go through the hormonal monthly hormone cycle that women do go through. So Harry's on a hard stall because that's the weight he weighed for a very long time. We're gonna get him through it. Yes, we are. And I may catch up to him and I may pass him or I may have one. We're just gonna work through this and do the best we can, and we're gonna stay keto and we're gonna stay on track. Yes, indeed. Anyway, it's going to be pretty plain, pretty simple today. We ate the last of our bread yesterday. We had a turkey sandwich, and we finished that off. I don't think I'm going to make bread today. I think I'll wait until tomorrow to make it.
I think we ought to stay off the bread for a few days.
You're pointing over here to the muffins. Does that mean you want to stay off the muffins too?
No, we got to eat the rest of the muffins.
Oh, we have to eat the rest of the muffins?
Well, yeah, they'll get,
I can put them in the refrigerator. You can freeze the muffins. That's why I put them in the little tins so we could freeze them.
I don't think they'd
And I didn't know how moist they would get.
I think they'd be too dry if you freeze them.
I didn't know how moist they would get if I did them in my silicone pan without the container, because sometimes they get sticky. The tops get sticky if you put them in the refrigerator or something, depending on what you're making, and I didn't want them to stick together. So you can make them in your silicone pan. You can make that into a loaf. I would make it into a loaf. Then you can smear some cream cheese on it. You can smear some brown butter on that, yeah. And I'm telling you, you make these like cupcakes. You make exact recipe, you throw some lilies, chocolate pumpkin, or the pumpkin ones in there. You make some cream cheese frosting and it's gonna be amazing. Yes, it is. Oh, I know what I wanted to share. I got my keto chow order, you guys. And the new fall flavors that are back in stock, including the pumpkin spice caramel, are in their new packaging. Plus, they have less carbs in them now. This is the pumpkin, and the total carbohydrates are 4 grams. They're using less of the fiber, which I believe is the acacia fiber. So look, if you're doing net carbs, I'd count 1, but because it's like right under 1 carb. But I'm loving this because if you get the eggnog, which we love the eggnog.
Oh, I like that for ice cream.
It's the 4 grams. So they've gone down, they've almost cut it almost in half, right? They were around 7 to 8, depending on which flavor you got. New package. Yes, gingerbread. Gingerbread, I make gingerbread cookies with this. It's delicious. Same thing, 4 grams. And then the net carbs are a little bit more. All of their products may have a little bit more or a little bit less calories, a little bit more, a little bit less, right, in the weight because of the products they use to get their flavors. Just wanted to share that. And you guys, I am loving the chocolate core. Chocolate cake, chocolate cookies, chocolate regular ice cream in the old days I get a dirt flavor taste. I like chocolate candies. My dad was the same way. This is the first packaged chocolate that tastes like chocolate, like my chocolate candy that I like, because I love chocolate, real chocolate candy, See's candy, you know, that kind of candy, Godiva chocolate. This has a great chocolate, deeper, richer chocolate taste, and I love this as ice cream. I'm telling you, it's so good. But I wanted to share that. So some people have told me they have the same issue. They hate chocolate cake. It's not that I won't eat a chocolate cake or chocolate cupcake. That would be the last one. I'm a vanilla, I'm a lemon, I'm a, any flavor but I like this a heck of a lot. Now, look at this maple waffle. It is 4 grams of carbs, again, total, and we count total. And again, look at this. And they give you the protein amount. Some is less, some is more. Some of the net carbs are a little bit more or less. But you guys, isn't that cute? And then what other flavor did I do? Oh yes, sticky bun. Ooh. It is 4 total grams of carbs. So they've cut the carbs almost in half, almost. And then on here, the net carbs are just a dinky winky bit different. So I'm really liking that. Now I also got banana, because I love banana. I love banana.
Makes a great
truffles.
ice cream.
It makes a great ice cream. I love banana pancakes, and I love this when I make my egg custard. Oh yeah. But you guys, the total carbs in this banana, even though it's in this packaging, is 2 grams of total carbs. 2. Yes, indeed. Only 2. I'm very excited about that. So, yeah, I'm loving me some banana. You make this with the peanut butter, with the chocolate peanut butter or the peanut butter. You put a package of this and a package of the banana. And you make yourself some ice cream. It's so good. It's so good. Yes, indeed. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that with everybody because I got mine. I'm all excited. Yes, I am, because this is the time of year where I make more chaffles, where I make more cookies, where I want that in an ice cream. So I am excited about this, and I'm excited for the fact that since we are total 20 grams of carbs or less. And then if I use any of these to make a sweet bread on a protein sparing modified fast day, I'm even getting less carbs, like really low carbs in my bread if I'm cutting it into 14 or 16 slices. So that's when I'm super excited. And it doesn't has not affected the taste or the consistency at all. So I just wanted to share. If you guys are interested, you're brand new, you've never done that before, go down in the description below because we have a 10% discount on everything on their regular priced items on their website. And it's really, really good. And you guys, gotta talk about it because next week, we're gonna be sharing the October surprise My Chow Club box. But you guys, do you know what that means? I'm not gonna say anything else. Have I sparked your interest? Come back next week. Be on the lookout for it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, what else can I say? I think we're good to go, dear. I'm not gonna eat. Do you want me to make you some egg whites or something for you to eat? Because I had a muffin and I'm not gonna eat to go do Tai Chi. I'm working out for an hour. I'd rather eat when I come back.
Yeah.
And I've got chicken that I took out last night.
So we're gonna make some more of the chicken we like?
It's not gonna be breaded because the breading has it, but you know, I think I'm just gonna make...
No, how about we just have it like just regular chicken?
Well, I'm gonna make it with probably, I don't know, my Italian dressing or something, you know, because it makes it really nice and moist.
Good. Let's do that.
And it's really good.
Yeah.
Now,
I think I lose weight on that.
You do.
I'm kind of wondering about the if the pork rinds are making me hold water.
They can because they're salty. Can you hold, please? I want to go grab something. A few months ago, Harry and I, we were trying to figure out why we were such a long, hard stall, what was going on with us. And I looked into sensitivity tests on food sensitivities. Allergies are different than sensitivities. Sensitivities can give you subtle signs. You can get postnasal drip, you can get a runny nose, you can have watery eyes, itchy eyes, you can itch a little bit more, you can have a headache, you can have
muscle ache.
Yes, you can have inflammation. So we were trying to figure out what was going on, and I was Googling sensitivity tests, and I came across a company called Sensitivity Check, right here, Sensitivity Check. And they had the best price. At the time, it was you could get a couple tests, two tests for $69. Now, the thing about Sensitivity Check is you have to do the footwork yourself. They give you the paperwork to fill out, and then you have to cut a hair sample. And you have to put it in the bag, you have to put the paperwork in with the bag, and you have to ship it off yourself. And they give you all of the instructions. You have to follow the instructions. You have to print out your own paperwork. But that beats $150 a person in some of the other ones that send you a kit and have you send that kit back. So they also do animals. If you have a fur baby that is having issues, we want to do it for Sally. Then they email you and tell you when it's ready. You go onto your Sensitivity Check site and print it out. You guys, we got so much information. There's 22 pages here. And they do food items, several everyday food items, ingredients and preservatives included in the section in the report, and they show from the top what you're most sensitive to down to the bottom. Then they do non-food items, you know, like trees and leaves and bark and herbs and cleaning products and things like that. Then they do nutritional imbalances. If you're missing something, if you're low in something, then they give you metal sensitivities. If you're sensitive or you have too much certain heavy metals in your system, they'll tell you. Gut biome. We found out that Harry, reason why he was having stomach ache when he was eating meat is his pancreas wasn't producing some of the enzymes he needed to digest it. Since I bought the enzymes, no problem. Hormonal imbalances, digestive health, and metabolism analysis. Now, some very prominent doctors don't believe in it, and that's fine. Every doctor has a little bit of a different opinion based on their own experience. However, since we got this, and I'll share, the number one issue that was like, warning, warning, Will Robinson,
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No, Will Robinson. Danger.
On here, food-wise, and I've got to find them real quick. The first thing on mine, 100% sensitive to that shows for me is beef. I'm 100% sensitive, and that's all we were eating. We were eating steaks and we were eating beef. If you look at most of the things we ate, that's what we were eating. Seriously. I'm like, holy moly,
what about
right?
me?
Harry had, his beef was 95%. He's actually 100% allergic to bay leaf, and I use bay leaf in all my sauces and all my cooking and all my bone broth. So guess what I'm not using
allergic
anymore?
Or sensitive?
This is a sensitivity
You said
test.
allergic to.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me, because allergies are different. Allergies are more life-threatening. This doesn't show allergies, it shows sensitivities. Aussie berry, or ahi berry, 89%. But anyway, you go through here and it's interesting because Harry, milk, all animal milk products, 87%, so he's right on the cusp. This shows anything 85% or higher. So that means he can have, somebody has to be careful with that, right? So Harry is Aussie ahi berries, bay leaf, beef, blackberries, broccoli, cabbage. He always blows up when he eats cabbage, when he eats broccoli, right?
Oh yeah.
Cranberries, 95%. He doesn't eat cranberry sauce at all. So it's really interesting. Shellfish, olives,
yeah.
Green olives, 94%. So there's some things that he used to eat. White wine, 99%. Harry gets so sick to his stomach when he drinks wine, especially white wine. So it's quite interesting. It is absolutely quite interesting, the things that came up on this, you know, and take it with a grain of salt. Because sometimes if you overeat a food for a long time, you can build up a sensitivity, such as beef. We took that away for 6 weeks because we wanted to see if we could bring it back slowly. And that's why we've changed to Bison, by the way, because they get very specific. The flesh of cow, bull, or ox. Bison are a little bit different. Matter of fact, with Bison, they are grass-fed only. You are not allowed to, and they get deathly ill on any grain products. So they're never going to be grain finished. They are grass-fed animals. They've grown, and then they were raised on the plains, and that's what they eat. So it's quite interesting, the stuff. And for me, acetylfulmame K potassium that's in the drinks and stuff. I am allergic to aspartame, but I am highly sensitive also to acesulfame K, right? 94%. So it's quite interesting, some of the things. Macadamia nuts. Every time I eat macadamia nuts, I go up in weight.
Oh yeah.
And I love macadamia nuts.
Yeah, she'll inhale a whole
I'll inhale the whole thing, 91% for me. Right? So it's quite interesting. And for me, vodka, 98%, because most of it's made with grain, and gluten does not do well with me. I'm not gluten intolerant or celiac, but I bloat and get very queasy on it. So it's quite interesting. Based on this sensitivity test, and it's just sensitivitycheck.com, go check it. They have European and they have American, but you have to read the instructions and you have to follow up and do your own. You don't have to pull your hair out. You cut about 5 strands off at the scalp. You can do it from underneath. You take that, you twist it up. I put it in a bag. I marked it with a indelible ink marker, put my paper with that, put Harry's and mine all together, put it in a piece of paper. They give you the forms to fill out, and sent it in, and I got my results back in about 7 days. I feel better not eating beef. We eat beef maybe twice in a month, 3 times in a month now, and all of a sudden we're losing weight. So it could be that, It could just be our bodies are ready. It could be the protein sparing modified fast. It could be a variable, it could be several different things we're doing, but I want to share that.
I'm a big believer in the sensitivity
I am
test.
too.
And even though a lot of people knock them down, that's fine. But here's the weird thing. All the stuff I was having problems with, and when I got that paper back,
And I
it
changed
pointed
things.
out that those problems I'm sensitive to. So what it did was it just kind of like put a period in a sentence for me,
Yep.
because it really made so much sense at that point. Like, oh, no wonder I feel like. So a lot of people don't lose weight. Really having a hard time losing weight, and we were having a hard time losing weight until we started doing basically what this kind of gave us an idea to do. So things have really changed since we did that. So everybody has a little problem somewhere.
So his digestive health and metabolism analysis only gave him one. The tryptophan and the chymotrypsin, these two are proteolytic enzymes. Their job is to digest protein in the small intestine. That was his only one. And and his stomach issues. So I went out and bought the enzymes.
Yeah, that I was lacking, right?
He takes 2 of these a day, and he has not had, he was complaining of weird pain, pancreas, weird pain through here, right in here, every time he would eat, and we always eat meat, right? So you can take it with a grain of salt, but I'm telling you, and sensitivity doesn't mean you can't ever have it again. It just means beware that you may have issues, right? So with Harry, we took away dairy, and he can have dairy on occasion, and that may or may not cause an issue. We had, this week, Harry, you had cream cheese in the chaffle. But you went down, but it could be a delayed effect. So we're trying to know our body, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we're kind of biohacking ourselves.
We're biohacking ourselves, like Hack Your Health next year. The 2024 Austin, Texas is Hacking Your Health. That's their title, and that's what they're bringing to the forefront, and that's what the topics and discussions are going to be. You are your own best or worst enemy, best friend or worst enemy, health-wise. You're the one who controls you. You're the one that has to experiment and try different things and figure things out for yourself. N equals 1. So that's what I try to do. And so by going back and reviewing this to see, okay, when we went out, did you have any of the lettuces? Did you have any of those things? Like for me, I think I'm sensitive, is it to arugula and a couple of lettuces? I have to look real quick. There's so much information here. Oh, this is you. You were mango, olives, pig's liver, sugar, 93% sugar. Isn't that interesting? White wine, 99%. Barley, dead nettle.
Yeah, I think all these reasons, there's a lot of stuff in there is why I had clogged arteries so much.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It kind of pointed out a lot of things to me. Like,
I wanted to see.
Man, I can see that now. I mean, I would probably be like everybody else. I don't really believe in it, but it pointed out there's so many things that I was actually having problems with that it kind of proved itself to me.
I was a fat, fluffy vegan. We were vegan and vegetarian for 6 years. And I was queasy and sleepy all the time. So, chickpeas. Cultivated legume, high in protein, 98% sensitive to it. Do you know chickpeas are in everything? You eat chickpeas all the time when you're a vegan or vegetarian.
What's
100%.
hummus made out of, Wendy?
Chickpeas.
Yeah.
And didn't we eat it?
Oh, it was
every single day I was eating chickpeas.
We eat a pound of that
and I would be sick and queasy all the time. All the time. It's crazy. Portobello mushrooms. Guess what you eat when you're vegan and vegetarian? Grilled portobello mushrooms. You stuff those, you eat those as your hamburger patty in bread. Portobello mushrooms. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So shirataki mushrooms. We ate, I love mushrooms. We ate those all the time when we were vegetarian and vegan. Rocket, which is arugula, chicory lettuce. Yeah, quite interesting on those things. Quite interesting. So Harry had more vegetables and fruits. Now, another thing that's interesting is I'm a type A blood and he's a type O. So type O diets, if you ever did the book or read any of that, Harry's got the bay leaf, the beef, the blackberries. Washington State has blackberries everywhere. You can't get rid of the blackberries.
I used to walk along and eat them off the
We'd eat
bush.
every time we'd go out. We would get out and walk, stretch the dogs, let them do their business. We would find a blackberry bush and eat blackberries. Blackberries, a-ho-ho. Blackberries, broccoli, cabbage, cardamom. I have to be careful. That's 94%, and I love cardamom, so I have to quit using it in my spices for Harry. Cranberries, milk, soy oil, which is quite interesting. And it's a specific soy oil. It's the E479 thermal oxidized soy oil. Well, we ate soy every single day of the week and soy oil when we were vegan and vegetarian.
Yeah, all the time.
You know, mango, small green olives, prawns. 98% allergic to prawns. If you guys watch any of the things where we ate prawns, Harry would get sick when we would go out and eat, and we would get shrimp cocktail. And he would get such pain and he would get gout from it. Well, there you go. There you have it. White sugar, white wine. Quite interesting, quite interesting. And then his non-food environmental is barley, which is a grain, dead nettle, which is a flowering plant, hornbeam, which is a hardwood tree, camgrass, linden tree, parrot feathers. Wow, Harry. Penicillin. It's an intolerance to penicillin, the major allergic determinant in penicillin allergy.
Really?
96%. Right there. So you shouldn't get penicillin shots or anything. Pine, Scottish pine. We had pine trees. We had 51 pine trees on our property in Washington, and you would go out there and mow the lawn, come back and be stuffed up, sick, sneezing. We would dust the pollen from those trees off of our car. And roses. And I had a huge rose garden at both houses. And you would have allergies like crazy.
Oh, it was terrible. But you know, here's the funny thing. Whenever I got penicillin shots, I would hurt in my joints. And I just thought, well, it's just part of getting the shot. Now, I wonder if that's across the board. Does everybody have that problem when they get penicillin?
No, well, I haven't had penicillin since I was a baby because I broke out in a rash.
Yeah, I know, you can't
and
do it.
It's not on there, but I haven't had penicillin since I was a baby. So anyway, you guys, I wanted to share that information with you because we're going to be pretty simple, pretty plain, pretty delicious today. We're having boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I use Walden Farms Italian dressing. You can get the one that you like the best. Primal is a great brand. It's healthy and clean, but it does have fat. Today's a protein sparing modified fast day, and this has 0 fat, 0 calories, and less than 1 carb per 2 tablespoons. It's up to you. There's no keto police. Whatever kind works best for you, you use. But what I do is I dip the boneless, skinless chicken into it and then put it in the air fryer. I put on my PLUCK spicy today and my Redmond real salt, organic seasoned salt on it. We've got some dipping sauce that's also Walden Farms, 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 fat. And this is what we are having to eat, you guys, today. So, a lot of chicken. Looks yum delicious. Yes, it does. And that is our protein sparing modified fast. It is 2:37. And basically this, and we had a little one of my pumpkin spice caramel muffins this morning with coffee. Yes, we did. So, you guys, gotta eat now. Yes, indeed. Hey, you guys, that was super duper filling. It was absolutely delicious. Now, you guys, we went and saw Murder in Venice.
No,
Haunting in Venice. Haunting in Venice. Now, if you guys like Inspector Poirot and you've seen the Murder on the Nile or Orient Express or any of those, even the old original ones and the new ones, those were really, really good. This one disappointed me for several reasons. First of all, it was shot so dark in the house that they were in, you couldn't really see things, and it was very quick. Also, the actor who played Inspector Poirot, his accent was so strong, it was hard to understand his words. So
sometimes, yeah.
Having hearing issues, if anybody has that, you're going to have maybe a difficulty. Nothing was scary to me. Nothing was an aha or an unexpected. I kind of guessed ahead of time some of the things. It was good, but I was disappointed because it wasn't the normal where he gets everybody in a room together and he explains stuff at the end. That really didn't even happen.
It did a little bit, but not. It wasn't your normal.
There wasn't the
Inspector
aha
Poirot
stuff. There
type.
wasn't a total twist on something like there was a twist.
It wasn't fun.
Well, it just wasn't as good as Murder on the Nile, you know, Orient Express, the older ones and the newer ones. When they remade both of those, I love Murder on the Nile. I love both versions, and
He played Professor. He played Inspector Poirot on the newest Murder on the Orient Express.
And the first and the second Murder on the Orient Express were really good. And this one, it's a good movie. It's more light than I thought. I thought haunting. They made it out to be like you're going to be really scared. And I don't like scary movies. I don't like thrillers or chainsaw massacres or any of those kind of movies. And this one just didn't do it for me. I didn't even get to see stuff in the house because it was so dark. They cut too short throughout those things, and they kind of muddied the water in a lot of places. It wasn't. Have you guys seen Knives Out? Or the second Knives Out? That is a great murder mystery. Good. I love murder mysteries, and those are either on Netflix or Prime or something. Those are great. If you guys like the whodunit kind of things, kind of quirky whodunits, you may or may not like this movie. Let me know. If you guys go see it, let me know what you think. But be prepared to you really have to watch stuff. Let me know what you think.
Yeah.
Harry wears hearing aids. He has tinnitus, and some of the sound effects that they were making, I'm not going to go into what that is because you guys don't have to say he couldn't hear. And I said, do you hear that? And he's like, hear what? So.
Well, there's too many jump gags in there for me. Right,
there were too many jumps. And
jump gag means like a bird flies in real fast and scares you, you know, or somebody pops up out of nowhere. It was that kind of stuff they were using for the
But it wasn't even fear. It wasn't fearful. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to share my humble opinion with everybody on it. It's a good movie to go see. There's nothing, I mean, I just felt it lacked the luster. Chalice liked it. Our daughter liked it. Harry and I, not so much. I love a good murder mystery. I love those kinds of things.
To find out what he thought.
No, Dave was He was kind of like it's okay. Yeah. I mean, we paid $5 Mondays and Tuesdays. Chalice bought a membership to Fat Cats for $23, and the movies. You can buy up to 6 tickets for your family. So we all paid $5 for a ticket, which is a really good price. These are all the theater seatings where you recline in your recliner chair and stuff. So that was worth it. It just was a little bit more disappointing than the other ones that I have seen that they have made where, you know, Inspector Poirot goes into a great detail about it. So anyway, you guys, just wanted to share that with everybody. Anyway, you guys, if you are new and you have not done so already, please remember to like, subscribe, ring that little bell, give us a thumbs up. We'll see you right here tomorrow. Sally, here she comes. What you doing? Yeah.
Heard, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. She said.
Good girl. She sneezed 3 times there.
Did
Didn't
she?
hear it very well, but you did. She came for her beef organ blend. Yes, she did. Yes, indeed. Mm-hmm. On your mark, set go. Oops. Oh, I don't know. She put too much in her mouth. She kind of gagged on it. Yeah, she's in trouble. Anyway, you guys, see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.
Go check on your pup.